Hey guys, welcome back to Beast Quest, Series 13, Book 5, Vermok, the Spiteful Scavenger. And, this is an interesting book, really. It's actually tied with Linker for the first spot in Series 13 right now. Because, while Linker was, an actual great challenging book, which I said probably rivals Slivka, I forget, but if I said Linker was better, or if they were tied, it's now either a freeway tie, or I think I did prefer Linker though. I need to check my reviews, but anyway, let's just say Linker's the best one so far because I have a few extra points maybe, and this one rivals it now. But yeah, Vermok rivals Linker's potential basically, and I'm going to go to the overall story and explain why. So, without further ado, let's go into this awesome book. Tom and friends had fallen safely into the next location, a ruined city. They're very nervous. Why would the Warriors' Road lead them here? But anyway, they ventured forth only to have a giant lion gargoyle collapse. Luckily, they just missed it. But Tom was having doubts. He remembered the mysterious warrior who couldn't believe Tom would beat his quest. Now Tom was having those doubts too. Well, in my opinion, Tom's doing well so far. Back in Slivka, the people said only Tanner got past him, everyone else perished, and look at Tom now, he bet 2 beasts left. Because back in book 3 they said no one else could beat Slivka except for Tanner. I don't think she let those doubts get to him if he's like beating a beast that only one person has gotten past. Tom and friends soon found a body, only this time the man was dead, so quite a nice change. Tom felt bad for a moment as the man had died pretty recent. He believed he could have done better to save this man, but Eleanor comforted him, saying, "You can't save everyone." They tried to give the man a decent burial, but a swarm of rats came after them, and they left the body and made a run for it. Soon they escaped the vermins and heard someone's footprints. They weren't alone. Someone had arrived, getting the jump on them. Tom and friends faced the hooded warrior again, only this time he revealed his face. For a second, Tom thought it was his father, Taladon, but there were a few small features that were different. The warrior claimed he knew Eleanor and Tom as friends, and they had no clue what he was talking about. And suddenly, tremors went off, and Eleanor made her move, disarming the warrior. When he disarmed Tom, but Eleanor loosed her balance and fell into a chasm. So, what I just said there was, warrior disarms Tom, Eleanor disarms warrior, Eleanor falls in chasm, basically. Okay, this warrior is either Jezrin now or Tanner to me. Could still be Taladon. Well, that may be, but I'm more confident it's Tanner. As he said, he's been following the warrior's road, and only a man aside from Tom has made it this far. Tanner. Tom let the warrior escape. He had now lost his sword, so he took the warrior's sword he had left behind and climbed down to find Eleanor, alive, just with an injured leg. So this time it's Eleanor with the wounded leg. They went through tunnels and they brung up that the warrior's sword resembled Tom's, but soon they bumped into some travellers who explained that their friend had been killed by some falling rubble, which was the body our heroes found earlier. One of the travellers, Edmund, mentioned that this place is meant to be on the Warrior's Road, as the beast Vermok lives within the ruins. And then the eldest male, Peter, was dragged into the darkness, no doubt be dead. Tom asked Edmund to explain the beast to him, and then he took the woman's torch and summoned Vermok. However, Vermok got the jump on Tom and would have easily overpowered him if Eleanor not had lured him away from him. Tom knew Eleanor was injured and he couldn't let her face Vermok alone. He took the torch and pursued through the tunnels. Soon he found Vermok, thanks to his foul stench. He had lost Eleanor, but he made his way to the surface, where they took the battle. Once again, Vermok got the surprise on Tom by using his tail to coil up our hero. Tom tried to fight back, but Vermok used his second tail to grab Tom's sword hand. It would have been over if Silver hadn't come in and saved him. With Vermok injured, he made a retreat into the city. Eleanor and the travellers arrived, and Tom instructed the travellers they should leave, while Tom and friends would handle Vermok. Once clear, they entered the city and reached inside a temple where they saw Vermok attacking the hooded warrior. he had Tom's sword. Tom couldn't let the man fight the beast despite all he's done. Tom had a kind heart, and he had to warn the man the temple was going to collapse. It was too late. By the time Tom reached the warrior, he was out cold, and Vermok escaped into the ruined streets. The roof was about to cave on them when a falling statue blocked the rubbles, saving their lives. The statue was of Tanner. P.S. Tom did cut off one of Vermok's tails. Tom helped the warrior out of the ruined temple. They gave him some water and hoped to get some answers out of him. He told Tom he would never be the master of the beasts, which ticked Tom off, and he demanded to know who he was, which the man replied, "You'll never find out." Vermok returned, and of course, Vermok comes back for revenge. So while Tom went to face Vermok, Helena and Silver guarded the hooded warrior. Tom climbed a weakened ladder to face Vermok on the highest platform of the ruins, where all the aqueducts came from, which is basically like where, if you know what aqueducts are, they're like water channels, basically, currents, like pipes kind of things, only they're like semicircled. Tom was going to fall from the weakened ladder at one point, but used Linka's feather. The token made him lighter, enabling him to reach the top. He faced Vermok and tried to communicate with him, which only pissed him off, causing a sudden charge. Tom dodged and plunged into some water. He tried to get back up, but Vermok was awaiting him. So Tom got a sneak attack on Vermok, seriously wounding his belly. Vermok wobbled away and lost his balance, and smashed in onto an aqueduct, which caused the current to blast in his face, making him fall over the edge. His last tail called around a rock to save him. Tom told Vermok he had lost, and the rock gave way, making Vermok fall. As he fell, he was turned to dust, which floated in the breeze. So Tom climbs down the ladder, while also finding one of Vermok's tusks as the next token. He then joined Eleanor, Silver, and the hooded warrior. They all congratulated Tom of his victory, and yes, even the hooded warrior did too. He finally revealed himself to be an older version of Tom, but he told Tom the judge had been lying to him. The warrior's road was a trick, or basically. Older Tom had been walking the road for over 50 years. He advised Tom to give up, as the road was never-ending. It just goes on forever. So the road is basically a big trick, basically. I wonder, would that mean that Tom would face beasts over and over again in a never-ending cycle? It was Tom's choice if he would continue or give up. Okay, we know he's gonna say yes because there's a final book, but aside from that, now this could be either the Warrior's Road or Jezrin testing him with a bit of a trick, with this older Tom basically. But if it is true, what happened to Ellen and Silver? And why didn't the older Tom ever give up in those 50 years? I'm hoping, I'm happy we got the mystery man revealed, but his identity raises more questions, so I'm hoping, of course, we get answers to these questions that I'm bringing up next time. But yeah, overall, this has been the book known as Vermok, the Spiteful Scavenger. I have to say, like I said, you can see why I tie it with Linka. Again, I forget at this point in time if I had it tied with Slivka. I'll probably have to check. But, I'm sure I had Linka like a bit higher with a few points. But maybe I didn't. But, I'm just going to put it tied with Linka now. And if it's not, and if Slivka is tied with Linka already, then it's a three-way tie. But if I had to make an order out of the three of them, it would be Slivka, then Linka's better, and of course Linka would be tied with this one. And Linka's only ahead from Slivka by a few points. But Vermok is easily tied with the Spiteful Scavenger, and you can see why. Yes, it doesn't have a challenging beast, but the stuff with the Hooded Warrior makes up for that, because we don't know if the Hooded Warrior is a challenge or not, so that if it is a challenge, or, it could be effective. Sure, I'm sure it's going to reveal, later on in the next book that, if it is a fake, then would this book matter? I'm just going off all the information off this book. Anything in that other book is basically going to that point. But, from this book's point of view, this interesting twist of the Hooded Warrior being an older Tom telling him to not go any further because it never ends. He's been here for 50 years. We don't know what happened to Tom Nelson in those 50 years. Why didn't the man give up? All those questions raising. And of course we know Tom's going to say yes, because next book, obviously, but it does raise a lot of curiosity and wonder for the future to keep you guys and keep us viewers invested in the next book. So based on all that, based on its anticipation to read the final book, that's why I put it in the tight spot with Linka, because I was wondering how could they pull off another challenging beast, and instead it was less focused on the beast and more focused on this hooded figure, which is a nice twist. So because of that, I'm tying it with Linka. But yeah, this has been my attempt at doing Vermok the Spiteful Scavenger. But join us next time where we face our next final beast, where we face Cobra, Ghoul of the Shadows. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the Dimensional Gaming Squad, where he's just uploaded Series 2 of his Beast Quest Beast Reviews, where he gives thoughts on the beasts. He's also done Series 1, so I'll probably put some videos and annotations up, and a link and an annotation to his channel there as well. So yeah, make sure you check that out. Till next time guys, peace.